Good morning, it's Sue, and I thought I'd just show you what I'm having for breakfast this morning. It is something a little different from other mornings. I'm still having my oatmeal, but I also like to have vegetables sometimes, and I'm on my vegetable kick again right now, and this is kind of a kickback many years ago, 25, 30 years ago, I was following macrobiotics at that time. And every morning for breakfast, I would have a root vegetable and a leafy vegetable and some rice. Well, I'm going to have my oatmeal, which I prefer, and I actually think it's better for me than rice. And I'm having collard greens with purple daikon and onion. So I'm just going to show you here what I'm having. Here we are. There's my collard greens. And I've got them all cut up like ribbons. It's called chiffonade. You roll them up. There, I've shown you these before. That's the big leaves, and I stack them on top of each other, roll them tight like a cigar, then cut through them in the ribbons. And I have all this, and they cook very quickly that way too. And then I've got some some sliced white onion, and I have this purple daikon. Is neat. They're about the size of turnips, and I used half of it yesterday and the other half today. So what I'm gonna do now is put my onion and daikon in. Whoa, my pot's boiling. Woo, look at that. Okay, that's Hippocrates soup. That's the homemade vegetable broth that we use in Gerson. Well, this isn't working. I need two hands, and I don't have a photographer this morning. That's what happens when Chris has to work. Somebody has to work. Got Chris working. Support my food habit. Okay, here we go. There, and that's Hippocrates soup. I just dump some in. It's maybe, I don't know, a half a cup or a cup. It's got to simmer for a little bit, so I put enough in there so it can simmer. And then I've got to get my collard greens. All right, here we go. Woo, not too close. I'm assuming you can see that. There we go. Now you can see it. Sorry. It's hard doing it this way. Getting it all in, and then you can hear it's come to a boil. So now I'm going to put the lid on and turn it way down and let it simmer. I know, I apologize for my video quality here. Okay. Woo, and you got the sun coming in behind you too. Well, you can see it's morning. It is morning. It's nice, happy day. It's a beautiful fall day out. It was cool when we woke up. It was about 39, and that was the coldest we've had so far this fall. It's October. What is today? October something. I don't know what it is. I don't pay attention. Doesn't matter to me. I get up and do what I gotta do anyway. So there we go. So that's gonna cook probably about 8 or 10 minutes, just till it's nice and tender. And then over here, I'll give you a peek of my oatmeal. Can you see that? Yeah, that's looking good. So I'm sorry, gotta get you out of the sun. Oh, and that's steamed up too. So that's it. So my oatmeal's almost done. And what I like to do is cook it, and then I take it off and let it sit for a few minutes, and it comes out better if it has a few minutes to rest before you serve it. And that, you know how sometimes it gets stuck on the bottom of the pan? If you take it off and let it sit for a few minutes, it kind of reconstitutes what's on the bottom, and then it comes right up when you scoop it out. So this is looking pretty good to me. Let's see if it's getting tender. This is, you know what, oatmeal is one of those funny things. I never know how long to cook it for. I don't use the timer because I just put it on the burner and let it go. The texture looks good. It's kind of stuck on the bottom, which tells me it's getting close to done. And I had it turned super, super low. So now I'm just taking it off, and it's gonna sit and reconstitute while my veggies cook. And those won't take too long. I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Like I said, I don't really pay much attention. I just try it, and when it's tender, I know it's done. Yeah, and the oatmeal's good. So, and you know, oatmeal's funny. If you're getting like old-fashioned rolled oats, technically they're already cooked, because they had to be steamed in order for them to roll them out and crush them, which is different than steel cut oats. Steel cut oats are raw and they're just chopped up. So those take a lot longer to cook because they haven't been pre-cooked. And the old-fashioned oats cook much more quickly than a steel cut oat, and they get softer. And if you get anything else like quick oats, those have been too processed. They're too cooked, too milled. The fiber has been changed enough that you don't get the low glycemic impact from an instant or fast oatmeal because it gets into your system too quick. That's interesting. Now, this is something that I've learned, and you can find out more about it online, is that when you disrupt meaning process, blend, puree, things like that, the fiber in fruit, in grains, it makes it so that it hits your system real hard, and it makes your blood sugar go up, which makes your body have an insulin response. And when you have the insulin response, it causes your body to want to put on fat to store that sugar. So that's kind of how the whole glycemic index works, in that you're looking for things that give you less of a response in your blood. And so things like smoothies, fruit smoothies, can really make your blood sugar go up. And they even did a test, they did clinical testing to find out, well, what if you drink it more slowly? So maybe instead of drinking it all just straight down, you pace it out, spread it out so that you're only getting a little bit, and it still affected the blood sugar. The only way that fruit doesn't affect your blood sugar is if you just eat the fruit. Putting it in smoothies with the fiber, or putting it in juice without the fiber, which is even worse, all just hit your blood sugar really hard and can affect your blood sugar. Now, I will say that when I did the Gerson therapy, and of course everything is juiced there in terms of what we're drinking, my blood sugar corrected, and I am no longer diabetic. But the key is staying out of fats. You can't have fat, oils, things like that. That's really bad for diabetes. It's not so much the sugars, the good sugars, okay? Let's caveat that. We're not talking about soda and candy and stuff like that. We're talking about good carbs from your potatoes and your beans and your grains, whole grains, things like that. Those don't affect your blood sugar. It's not the same. It's not the same if you're just eating the whole things, if you don't have the fats in your system plugging up those insulin receptors in your cells. If the insulin receptors are open and available and not plugged up with animal fats or processed oils, coconut oil, palm oil, things like that, stuff that people think is healthy for them and it isn't, your body has no problem handling the sugars and the healthy carbohydrate sugars, the ones that I just mentioned, whole grains and fruits and vegetables, beans, things like that. So anyhow, I don't know how my breakfast is doing. Let's see how my breakfast is doing. As long as we're still here chatting, okay? I figure we haven't had a chat in a little while. We can have a little chat this morning, right? Keep you company. It smells good. It's bright green. Oh, it's still pretty chewy. And I still got enough liquid in there. So, put the lid back on. We'll give that a few more minutes. Keep it cooking. Let's see how my oatmeal's doing. We'll see if it's getting unstuck. I'll put you in the pan. Yeah, it's almost unstuck. It's getting real close. Just a little bit down there. Smells good. Yum, yum, yum. I love my morning oatmeal. That's such a treat. It's one of the things that's healed in me now, because when I did the Gerson therapy, I wasn't able to do oatmeal because my digestive tract wasn't healed enough. I just had Hippocrates soup for breakfast. That's what I would have. Sometimes I'd put a little something in it, but typically I just have a mug of Hippocrates soup and do my juices for breakfast. And then eventually, and it took a while, eventually my digestive tract got healed, and now I can enjoy oatmeal for breakfast, and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I am so thankful every morning to be able to have breakfast because I like oatmeal, and to not be able to have it for so many years. Used to be if I had oatmeal, it would cause back spasms. Yeah, that wasn't fun. I can remember sitting at my desk at work one day and poof, my back just went. Just, for, you know, you're sitting. It's not like you're even doing anything. And it was all from the inside out. A lot of people have back problems without realizing it's being caused by digestive problems. And that's something you don't hear in the medical community either. But it's very apparent to me from experience that it's a lot of back problems are caused by digestive issues. Migraines are caused by digestive issues. A lot, really big source is gluten. Go gluten-free, you don't get the migraines. That's where I was 19 years ago. I went gluten-free and never had another migraine again. That was a wonderful thing. People are like, don't you miss bread and stuff? I was like, well, I don't miss having migraines. I don't miss having migraines. I don't miss having back spasms. No, I don't miss having back aches. I don't miss having joint aches. I don't miss having diabetes. What else? No, I don't miss having brain fatigue. I don't miss depression. I don't miss being exhausted. You don't miss a lot of stuff when you start feeling better. And I tell you, you really appreciate your health when you haven't had it for so long. So, yeah, doing great, doing good. So that's it. I'm not going to keep on here any longer. This is long enough. But my veggies are coming. I just wanted you to see what I have for breakfast. And what I'll do is I'll put the greens and stuff in the bottom of the bowl and put my oatmeal over it and eat it that way. So, all right, you guys, you have a good day. We'll catch up with you later. Bye-bye.